So we are Co-Collective. We are a strategy and innovation company. We help we invent and reinvent brands and businesses using a proprietary methodology we have called story doing. And we'll come on and talk a little bit about, you'll see some strategy, some innovation, and some story doing in our presentation. So we started by looking at CVS, and as many of you probably know, earlier this year, CVS pulled a pretty bold move. They stopped selling cigarettes across all of their 7,600 stores. Now, it was bold because the move was estimated that it would lose them about $2 billion in revenue each year. Although, interestingly, a recent report has shown that the most recent sales are up nearly 10%. And so we would call that, at Co, we would call that a story-doing move. And story-doing, as the name implies, means taking your brand story and bringing it to life through iconic actions. And so as we looked at CVS, what we wanted to do was understand how they could go from, how they could grow from a story-doing move to becoming a true story-doing company. Now, the good thing was, CVS already had a very clear stated quest. They wanted to help people on their path to better health. So how could we use this quest to drive all of their actions going forward? And how could retail strategy in particular help drive those actions? So we started with a sort of simple but really important innovation for the business. And we said from the beginning, we wanted CVS to move from a company focused on curative health to preventative health, and then use that to drive everything that we do. And it was interesting as we looked at this, and as we looked at the wider context, and there was a paradox that kind of emerged for us. So pharmacies, over time, their singular focus on health has kind of really shrunk as they've started to sell beauty products and household products and food. And conversely, at the same time, as we know, like culture and brands, they've increased their focus on health. And lots of non-health companies have moved into doing health products and creating health apps. And we have now like a whole plethora of these tools and systems and products which help people maintain their physical and mental health. So the challenge for kind of CVS was, should we see this new world as a competition or as a companion? And one of the things we said was, we didn't really want to add to this clutter. We didn't feel, CVS's role was to try and add more to these things, but really to try and understand how they can work with them and how they can kind of crunch all of people's existing behavior, crunch that all together, and then help them understand how they can make better life choices and better purchase choices. And really bring all of those things together to create a networked experience for better health.
This experience is what we call Life Prescription, which is a unified system that connects all the ways that customers engage with CVS across different platforms. It connects how a person interacts when they're on the go, what it means to someone in store, what it means for families at home and communities at large. One of the things that this platform allows us to do is really understand these people by uniting all the data that they're already generating. This goes from purchase data, which CVS is already tracking, to biometric data, which will be pulled in from third-party apps and connected devices, and also medical data, which is really interesting because CVS is already protecting all of your medical data under HIPAA standards. So this protection is going to extend from your medical data to all your other data, making CVS a trusted place for you to actually, let them have access to all these things. What this enables us to do is actually understand, anticipate, and better serve the needs of our customers across all these different touch points. So let's see how it actually comes to life. All right. Through the biometric data, CVS is going to be able to know what you're doing in the moment and serve you contextual offers. So if you're on the run, CVS is going to say, hey, do you need a care package delivered within the hour? It's also going to power a smart subscription service, which is going to know what your personal needs are and anticipate them. So for instance, allergy season comes along, CVS is going to know what your preferred allergy medication is and actually deliver it to you ahead of your need. It's also going to power contextual experiences, like the Life Prescription bar. This is an experience that we see starting off in the CVS stores, but then moving to relevant locations like gyms. What it allows you to do is scan your biometric data on the spot and also pull in all the data that you've been tracking so far. And based on this information, it's going to create custom elixirs that know what vitamins you're supposed to be taking that day, or that you're a little tired and you need something to boost your energy. It's not just about delivering on your existing needs, it's also about helping you improve your health. So what we want to propose for CVS is actually helping people set health and fitness goals and actually follow through on them. So with the Life Prescription app, you're able to set goals and then track your progress through third-party data. And based on your progress, you actually get rewarded through CVS experiences. This is all really smart and intelligent, but you might find yourself asking, where did all the people go? The truth is that we see this experience as being completely integrated and putting people at the forefront. Actually, what we think Life Prescription enables people to do is have richer experiences when they're engaging with a live person. So in the store, one of the biggest innovations is that we're transforming your interaction with pharmacists from these people that are behind the counter who, they're just attached to the inventory. Now we're bringing them up front to the center of the store in what we're calling the care center. And here is a place that you get to talk not just to pharmacists, but to hair care experts, sports medicine experts, and you're able to set better goals and also review the data you've had so far to create better recommendations. And these people are incentivized not by pushing products on you, but on the better results that they achieve in the community. The experience is also extended through digital. So for instance, say you're sick, you can have a video consultation with an on-staff doctor and have all of your data ported into the video consultation for the best treatment recommendation. And we also think that there's a really interesting opportunity with transforming the delivery. Say you need medicine, it shouldn't just be a regular visit to the pharmacy or even a smarter delivery. We think this is an opportunity for an in-person house call where someone can actually see how you're doing and check in on you in person. And finally, if you've had treatment, you've had your antibiotics or whatever, someone from the CVS store is going to follow up with you personally through the app. So this is another opportunity for small touch points that give you a one-on-one expert care, whether in person or digitally. What this all ladders up to is transforming CVS from a retail space into a health partner who is there with you along the way. And that relationship becomes increasingly valuable the longer they've known you and the more they've served you.
All right, so we've talked about humans and we've talked about technology. Technology versus humans. This is not a situation where technology is going to replace humans. This is not sci-fi, even though I love sci-fi very much. We're in a situation now where we're looking at two different sides here. We have the relationships, the warm, comforting relationships with humans in retail. Then we have all these great technology solutions, these beeping devices, Internet of Things, quantified self. We'd like to think that this is all going to ladder up to a human-enhanced experience. We're not going to replace people. People are very important, as Stark pointed out earlier in the Sephora example. You still need the human interaction. We still need that relationship that we defined earlier that Lorelei set up. When you come into the care center, we have people interacting with you. It's still very important. Even look at those trends we set up from 5 years ago. Even if we give a tablet to somebody in the store, that person with the tablet still needs to be a good representative of that store. Technology is not going to make the person better. Technology is not going to replace the person. We think there is an opportunity to have all that ladder up to be enhanced. So where do we go from here? we need to make sure that all of these concepts that we're coming up with ladder up to the story, or what we would call at Co the quest for the brand. We need to create technology that enhances and not competes. You know, we're in a situation where we have behaviors that are common right now. You know, we have people with these things that everyone is looking at right now and not paying attention. This is the behavior right here. Experiences that use this behavior when I walk into the store, interfacing with a human, or I walk into a mall like Westfield set up earlier, and I'm interfacing with a touch window outside of a retail location, maybe pushing something back to the device in my hand. Maybe I don't need to have a pocket full of battery-sucking, beeping little devices. Let's make the experience more human-enhanced, technology and humanity. And let's reward behavioral loyalty, reward the person for coming into the store, reward that person for coming into the shopping center, not just collecting points in some sort of cold, dark loyalty program. Let's create a relationship with the people. Let's have all that ladder up to the story of the company. I want to thank Piers and PSFK for letting us participate in this today. And a little shout out to Laureen and Mindy and the Co team. And we look forward to speaking with you afterwards.